Alright, so hey, welcome to From Gamers with Love, episode 6.
Speaking of.
We are back. It took a little bit, but it's been kind of busy around the studio.
Your basement?
And,
You mean your basement, right?
yeah, and I'm John.
I'm Art.
I'm Tallyn.
And I'm Dave.
Just Dave?
Just Dave.
I'm David.
Davealicious.
Davealicious.
What is that your screen name? I think that's your screen name, right? From Unmatched.com? Screenalicious?
No, it's Muff Diver.
Oh, right. Muff Diving Dave.
Do you ever see Up in Smoke with Cheech and Chong? He had the lowrider, and the license plate was MUFFDVR.
Muff Diver.
God damn it.
That's awesome.
So, big news this month has been that Titanfall came out a couple days ago.
It did look good from the trailer I saw.
I played the beta of it, and it was phenomenal, I thought. I played it on PC, and it played great. And I really enjoyed the fact that you could take down a Titan without having to use your Titan.
Oh, ideally, yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I really like about it.
Yeah, I think they did a really good job balancing it, and the maps were pretty cool. I mean, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I heard you can either pilot your Titan or let it walk with you and just
and
is it like a big, huge map, like 16 players, 32 players, or
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, the map's pretty big.
And then it has NPC players too. Like you add those 16, and then there's there's like 3 NPC players. I mean, for like almost each player.
Yeah. I mean,
really?
I'm guessing you could have a full all-human server. I mean, I don't know.
So what, do those NPC kills count as kills, or no?
Yes, they count as kills. Like, you can be terrible fighting pilots and just be the best at fighting grunts. And, like, just get, like, a bunch of points.
Right.
You could rack, like, the most points if you just job. You get like, 50 points for, killing a grunt, and you get, like, 100 for killing a player.
And you know what? Talon's going to be proud of me saying this. Multiplayer-wise, way better than Halo 4.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know what?
Huh.
I wasn't really all that impressed with it, but I still agree with you.
Yeah,
nothing impresses Talon anymore.
No, it doesn't. After Halo 4, it just
the game box would have to blow him.
It's like a little piece of him died that day.
Well, to be fair, I was playing on a flat screen TV from a distance, and I wasn't really showing the best.
I did think that it was funny about how the campaign for that game is literally just playing multiplayer, but people talk sometimes.
Yeah.
There's a campaign. I didn't even care if there was a campaign. To be completely honest, I played...
Are we talking about Halo 4 or
No,
Titanfall still?
Titanfall.
Okay.
I played their version of King of the Hill.
King of the Hill.
Right? It's a King of the Hill version? Or no, not King of the Hill, where you have to hold the checkpoints.
Damn it, Bobby.
Capture the flag. Or capture... Capture?
Yeah, I don't know what they call it. They call it something.
I know.
But where you capture the points. I played that, and then I played...
Land grab.
Yeah, something like that. And I played the straight-up deathmatch, team deathmatch, or whatever they call it. And I was thoroughly even not winning, I was enjoying playing. It was just fun.
Yeah, that's the thing about the game is even if you lose, there's still like a chance to have dignity.
I don't think anybody finished any map I played for those 3 days with no kills. You're gonna get one.
Do you automatically get a Titan? Do you have to get a certain amount of kills?
You have to wait so long, and then you can call it. They say your Titan's ready, whatever you call it, and then when that one gets destroyed, it ejects you. And while you're floating down, you could still fire.
Oh, that's awesome!
And I think there's multiple types of pilots you could choose from. They have different weaponry and stuff. They got this pistol that'll if you lock on somebody, the bullets will curve and follow them up to an extent. So you can lock on 3 targets in front of you from behind and headshot all of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna
Yeah,
get old
it
fast.
seems overpowered, but it takes a while to lock onto a pilot to an actual person.
Yep.
But
I agree.
So at that point, you might have just killed him with your regular gun.
It only takes a second to lock onto a grunt.
It's really one of those weapons that if you're able to sneak up on somebody, it's going to work out well. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you are doomed. Because if you fire it and it misses...
Wow.
Yeah. But other than that, the rest of the weapons I thought were fine. Yeah, you could shoot while you're coming down out of ejecting, or you could shoot at people coming down, from the sky, and it'll tell you how many minutes you have left till your Titan's ready again, your new one. And it's kind of neat. You run up there and they pick you up with their hand and
put you in.
Yeah, I think you can go in through. I think you can jump on top and go into them too.
Or your opponent's Titan picks you up with their hand.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Oh, does it really?
and then they throw you.
That's awesome.
That is pretty cool.
I did not have
Like,
that happen.
When there's a certain amount of damage to the enemy Titan, you can just punch into the Titan, grab the pilot, and just throw him against a building.
So I did not know that. That's badass.
Yeah, the game's
That's cool.
pretty fun.
It does sound like fun.
Yeah, there's a lot to enjoy on that game, and it looked good. I mean, I saw screenshots and gameplay video from the 360 version. It looked good. I played it on my PC, and I think I played it at I don't know if it was 1080, but it was probably 720 at the minimum, and it looked real good.
Oh,
I mean,
sure.
it looked very good.
Yeah,
And,
it was pretty nice. I got an Xbox One now, so
Oh, okay, so somebody here has one.
Oh.
yeah, I
Look
have
at
one
you,
now.
huh?
But it's definitely, yeah. I have not seen anything PlayStation exclusive wise that's been released that's made me go, okay, I want it. Granted, you can get this on the 360 and PC. I kind of want an Xbox One just to play it.
graphics.
Yeah, well, just the ease of playing against like Dave and you guys.
Well, you can still play on the Xbox 360 and play with the Xbox One people.
I don't know, can you?
That's what I've heard.
No, I don't think so. But I don't know what's going on with
I don't see why you wouldn't.
I don't see why you couldn't cross it over because I would think that it's just it's the same Xbox Live system.
Yeah.
And you're just transferring coordinate data, really. I mean, you're not really transferring. Well, Dave's
Actually, it's a completely different system.
is it
They're
really?
using a different- yeah, they're using a different system for Xbox Live.
Well, I thought they were going to convert everything over. They said.
Yeah, they said they were. If your Xbox Live account is on
Yeah.
360, it'll work on
It's a completely separate system now. I know that because the Xbox Live was down for the Xbox One, and Xbox Live on the 360 was perfectly fine for a while. Yeah, they run on completely different places. They're completely different.
Well, no,
beasts.
I knew they were going to be up at separate times, but I just thought they were going to integrate the two together.
Yeah,
So like if you're on Xbox One and I'm on 360, I can't talk to you.
I don't know how that works yet.
See, that's what I mean.
I
I don't know.
They said
I thought you could. Well,
Unless I'm thinking only PlayStation 4.
because I know they want to bring it all to one thing. I know
Right.
that. But no, I mean Titanfall. Yeah, I haven't played anything on Xbox One yet, but that game definitely fun. Lots of fun.
Sexy.
You know what else is fun?
Boobies,
Banjo-Kazooie?
boobies or Banjo Kazooie? You tell me.
Both. But you know what else is fun?
What, Talon?
This game that I found.
What's it called?
Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty dark.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
It's incredibly hard.
Is it like Dark Souls or hard or?
It's like, okay, it's a roguelike in the most classic sense of a roguelike.
Did you say rogue or
Yes,
rogue?
he said rogue.
Okay, just making sure.
Road-like. It's road.
How
Rogues,
about I
like
just
cars.
read to you the thing about it?
Go ahead.
Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead is a roguelike set in a post-apocalyptic world. While some have described it as a zombie game, there is far more to Cataclysm than that. Struggle to survive in a harsh, persistent, procedurally generated world. Scavenge the remains of a dead civilization for food, equipment, or, if you're lucky, a vehicle with a full tank of gas to get you the hell out of Dodge. Fight to defeat or escape from a wide variety of powerful monstrosities, from zombies to giant insects to killer robots and things far stranger and deadlier.
So it's Fallout on a different planet.
And against others like yourself that want what you have. Why'd you gonna go and fuck me up, though?
Honestly,
I'm sorry, man. It sounds cool though.
you always do that to people, John.
It does
Just
sound
interrupt
good.
them.
Thanks, Paul.
It sounds cool,
Yeah, it does sound cool.
but I saw it.
But and it's
I
not.
saw him play it,
Yeah.
and
The learning curve is steep as a motherfucker.
that is not even close to why.
It is a wall. That's how steep it
It's
is.
It's not even close.
It's a wall made of ice.
He just went a complete different direction of
With
why
baby
I'm not
oil.
really into that game.
Alright, what is it?
It looks like poo. It looks like
It looks
it's
like poo.
Half the textures are not even in the game yet.
Is
so
it an early access like beta kind of thing?
Yeah, kinda. I mean,
No,
they're
you
still
can't.
Like,
You can't
trying to
say
raise
that.
funds for it.
Then you
Yeah,
can't be
they-
that way, Dave. Don't be crappy, man. Come
But
on.
it's just everything's a pound sign, Nart. Everything's a pound sign. Everything's a pound sign.
Okay, is this
Hashtag.
Like, is this like
Okay,
is
it's
this
a
is
hashtag.
this a top down game? Is this a
It's a top-down.
You ever
2D.
played
It's a
Dwarf
top
Fortress?
down?
Yeah.
Have you ever played Dwarf Fortress?
No.
no?
Have you ever played a game where the entire UI is nothing but text symbols?
Yeah, about 25 years ago.
It's one of those.
Wow.
I don't feel like playing it now.
Yeah.
You lost me when you said that.
Did you see? Speak on the line of post-apocalyptic games. If you do want to play one that doesn't have text symbols, but still graphically it's from 25 years ago, the predecessor to Fallout's on Steam for cheap.
Wasteland.
Yeah, Wasteland.
Wasteland.
They have texture or tile sets for it, but they're not complete. Like David was saying, some things are it just defaults to a pound sign.
That's weird. Well, it's early access. I mean, what are you gonna do?
It's
The storyline behind it sounds fine.
It's also free to play or open source.
You had me at free.
You lost me at poo.
That's kind of true too.
Thank you, David, for keeping it real.
That's my job.
I just like the character customization at the beginning of the game is just it made my wiener wiggle.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is the beginning of the game was great, and then the follow-through sucked.
No, the game is fucking awesome. I've been playing it for a long time now.
I will admit that the character creation is pretty. It's
dope as hell, isn't it?
It's extremely impressive.
It almost sounds like you're playing a game that's like in storyboard like mode kind of still. Like they're not. Like they know what they want to do, but they're testing out the like story and the character and stuff. You know, what I mean, like it's obviously not finalized yet with how it's going to look.
It's totally not, but it's awesome.
Nice.
Jesus, it's just because they do it with the text symbols kind of style.
Mm-hmm.
No.
They can devote a lot of the processing power to the behind the scenes stuff. So it's simulating an open world with all these different zombies and monsters doing their own thing.
Just not graphically.
Just not graphically, yeah.
Huh.
So if you can get over the fact that you might have to look at a pound sign every now and then.
Well, here's the thing. You're saying it frees the processing power up. My laptop I have now can power and launch and control the entire space shuttle fleet, the entire Gemini, Mercury, and Apollo program. They could add some graphics.
Yeah,
I don't like the tone of your voice, John. It seems very mean.
Well, no, it sounds like a very interesting game. I mean, it does.
Oh, you're right, John. My phone did turn on.
Told you it would. And it just popped up on here, too.
And it took a long time, mind you.
So is it? It's obviously by independent developers, I'm assuming, then, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it sounds like it's worth checking out for the story alone. And it's always worth checking out something like that just to see the progression of it. I mean, you get to see it from the ground up, you know?
Hey, who knows? Maybe they'll give you a free copy for being such a loyal beta tester.
They never do that.
No, I know they never do. Just wishful thinking.
I was so pissed when I found out Titanfall's beta was like 4 days.
It was only 4 days?
Yeah.
Wow.
The Titanfall beta I was part of was only 4 days, and I was like, no.
Well, because, it's out, so who cares now, right?
Yeah. But open source means, but eventually I'm sure they're going to charge for it, I would think.
Maybe.
One would hope they don't, but whatever.
No, look at the Vietnamese guy that made Flappy Bird.
Yeah, but he took
Thousands a day. He's still making thousands a day. He might put it back on.
That's probably made him. Someone went through and remade that game, and it only took him like a day.
Well, he said it only took him like 4 hours or something.
Yeah. It's an extremely. I've seen more impressive games in my animation class.
I've seen more impressive games in the toilet.
I've made more impressive games.
But you know what? When you're at work,
I
and have
play
nothing
more impressive games down my pants.
when you're at work and have nothing better to do, it wasn't bad.
Thank you. Oh, you were talking about Flappy Bird.
Well, either or.
All right.
What's up?
Helo, all day, every day.
That Helo was fun, dude. I miss Helo.
I miss Halo too.
I never played Halo.
I was the
have
best
plans for it,
assassin.
but I'll tell you.
The
I'll tell
game
you
he
later.
made up.
I never played it.
I know, because you never joined us.
Yeah, dick.
Aww.
You missed out on some good times.
And Talyn, whatever happened to the Civ 5 invitation I sent you, huh? What the hell?
Civ 5.
You should have texted me last night. I would have stopped doing what I was doing and played.
Well, I want to play tonight.
What Civ 5?
I text you, Civ 5, you're like, maybe, and you never, nothing, ever. And that was like weeks ago.
Oh.
Well, that invitation is only good for a certain amount of time.
It doesn't matter.
Hey, so
I don't know. I guess I was doing something.
Apparently, and more important than me. I mean, fine. No.
I was gonna say Art hasn't been playing a lot of games. He was telling me, but you have been playing that one phone game. What was it?
Oh, Brave Frontier? Man, they give you a lot of bonus. Like, what? I was struggling for a while, and they all of a sudden, out of nowhere, gave me over 200k worth of coins and a bunch of monsters to upgrade my guys.
It's because you're the only person on that game.
No, there's way more people because I have friends on there.
Somebody tried. You know what? I tried playing
And it's
Clash.
fun.
I tried playing Clash of Clans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't have the time to care to log in and do like 5 minutes worth of gameplay until I'm out of moves or whatever the hell they're called, and then
Yeah, that's what
I get
too,
I get ransacked because I don't check it for it's like that farming game. Like my farm was always destroyed because I didn't pay attention.
You need someone. You need to pay someone to maintain that farm, John.
I need you in my clan.
Yeah, he literally just, as you were saying that, he loaded up Clash of Clans on his
I
phone.
could not figure out how
Is
to
it-
get him like
Is it for the
added.
phone or for PC?
Phone.
Oh.
It's not a bad game. It's one of those micro
Management games.
transaction kind of games.
Oh, screw
Yeah,
it.
but like I said last time, like this is by far from all of the ones that I've seen the most fair and balanced one.
I agree. It's really well done, and it looks good. I mean, it doesn't look.
Now,
bad.
when you say microtransactions, do you mean actual cash, or do you mean
Can you purchase upgrades in that game?
You can purchase
Yeah.
gems, but you you also have an infinite supply of gems that you can farm just from cutting down different shrubberies that pop up in your field.
It just takes forever.
Yeah,
But
like, the only thing that paying money does is speed it up. It doesn't.
give them to you?
But it's actually not a bad game. I mean, I just don't have the. I always forget. And I'm like, oh, I wonder what my clan's doing. Oh, they're all dead.
Oh, I killed my clan from neglect.
No, I made like
They
thir-
died
no,
of
what I did
dysentery.
was I put a bunch of towers and a bunch of archers, and then just made like 30 soldiers, and I'm like, yeah, it should be good for a while. I never bothered.
And did you go back
No,
since?
I have
You
not
should
been.
probably check
They're all
right now.
they're probably all dead.
Just check right now. Just
No,
go
I'm
ahead.
good.
Come on, while we're on the show.
But
just
how's
check
that? How is that? That's different from the game you were playing. Your game's
No.
more. Your game's like a fighting game, right?
My game's a fighting game, role playing. Was it?
It's like a
turn-based.
classic
It's a
Jap
turn-based-
anime game that
yeah,
you like.
Turn-based game. It's nice. It's really good.
I did load it up. I looked at it. It wasn't bad.
Oh,
it was confusing.
Speaking of
Get used
turn-based,
to it.
South Park Stick of Truth.
You know what?
That's
that game.
turn-based?
I heard that game was great. It looked good. Have you played it?
I played it. I played it. I brought it over here to play with Tallyn. Or
You were
make
playing
him
with Talon
watch me
Stick of
play.
Truth?
You were playing with Talon's Stick of Truth,
Yes, I played with his Stick of Truth.
and did it
That's
did
right.
it did it
And,
bla- did
it
it
was
splash
nice.
you with his light and goodness?
I let him watch while I played with my Stick of Truth.
Did you splash your light and goodness on him
No,
with your Stick of Truth? No,
no, not at all.
no. That's not much of a stick.
I did.
now, is it?
I did make him watch me calling Mr. Slave to sit on someone.
Okay, so what's the point of the game? Because I saw there's the Grand Wizard edition. The last time I heard the term Grand Wizard, I think it had to do with the clan.
It did.
Oh
actually.
yeah, it does.
Yes.
The
And yes.
Cartman's group of like knights and all that is the Koopa Keep Knights, the KKK, and he is the Grand Wizard of it.
Wow.
But I'm saying, no, I think they went with Grand Master. I don't remember.
No,
No,
he's a wizard.
No,
No,
I'm
it's
talking
Grand
about the clan.
That's what it is.
No,
I
the
think it's
clan
called
is-
Grand
It is
Wizard.
Grand Wizard.
It
It
is?
is
Okay.
Grand Wizard. I remember that
Wow.
because they tried to.
Okay, so what's the
recruit me.
plot of the game?
Anyway,
Basically, it's about the Stick of Truth, and you have to protect it.
and what is the Stick of Truth?
It's a stick of truth.
Like
And-
throughout the game, people will steal the Stick of Truth. I got about like a few hours into the game.
You gotta prevent them from raping Princess Kenny.
Yeah, I had to prevent them from raping Princess Kenny at one point. and
Kenny. Oh, I love Kenny.
and I had to.
Hold up.
Is he touching the Stick of Truth again?
No, Mom, it's a podcast.
My roommate just walked in.
Okay.
No, it has nothing to do with my stick. No, I'm not touching myself.
If we're not really talking about playing with each other's sticks.
No, we're not.
It's a gaming podcast.
Mom, that was one time, and I was 8.
If I still lived with my mom, that probably would happen. So
you play with people's sticks? You live with your mom?
I would have to.
I bet you would. You're bad.
You know, as a more cheery side note to Texas, I joined the Trans Am group page on Facebook. It's astonishing how many people I know from Texas now. Apparently, the car is very popular there. Also in Norway and Sweden, they love heavy metal and fast muscle cars,
I think they had David Hasselhoff.
which is
played for
awesome. I want to move there now.
Yeah, David
Nice.
Hasselhoff probably does have something to do with that.
He's from Germany.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
still, he's a big hit over there.
Yeah, he is.
Not in Norway.
Just-
No, Norway, they like stuff like AC/DC kind of rock.
It's Dave Hasselhoff's area.
So, Stick of Truth, people are trying to get the stick.
And what does the stick do?
It makes people tell the
They
truth.
don't.
Does
they
it
have
really?
no-
Like you grab it and it makes
I
you
don't
tell
know
the
what
truth?
I don't know.
Does
I
Cartman
don't
start saying
I
weird
don't know what
things?
it does yet. I haven't gotten that far. It basically what happened so far. What happened is I broke someone out of detention at the school, and Mr. Mackey was like guarding the door, and it's like, there's a lot of like subtle game references, but they don't like shove it in your face. Is what I really like about it.
They don't shove their stick in your face.
They don't shove the game references.
They don't just
in
keep
your-
shoving it in your face like that?
You know how like a no,
Yeah, no, I know what you
You
mean.
don't see it, but I'm jiving
It's
my
not
hips
annoying.
at you.
It's like
Yeah, getting it shoved in your face would be annoying.
You like
I
it?
can't talk about
you
this
like
game
it?
anymore.
You like it when I rub my?
If we're gonna act
You
like
like it when I rub
3-year-olds.
on it? Huh?
I'm not gonna say anything.
The
about
best
this
part
game.
is he's talking about a South Park game and goes, if you're going to act like 3-year-olds. I'll have you know, I have a daughter that's almost 2. She's acting more mature than us.
No,
Okay, so you have to obviously defend the Stick of Truth. You don't know what it does yet. And
Well, I think someone stole it recently, and I had to go. I think I had last. I think the last thing I was doing, I crash landed a spaceship in South Park
After you got probed in the ass.
after I got probed in the butthole, and it was freaking hilarious.
with an
Because
alien stick of truth.
At first, when the aliens are trying to probe you, you see people getting probed, and then they bring down the probing machine, and it looks like a gray dildo kind of like thing, and it just starts vibrating, and it goes in your butt, and you had to clench. You press like the A button to clench your butthole, and then it breaks the gray thing, and then it's like, oh no, it broke, and then they come back with like a giant black one this time, and then you gotta clench even harder to get that thing broken.
I think there is one part of the game that I don't think Dave
man.
mentioned is that you're not one of the South Park characters.
You're
No,
not?
you're a new. Character.
You're a new character, a new
Oh.
kid on the a new
Oh,
kid to
that's
the town.
cool. I
yeah.
like
It
that.
feels exactly like a South Park episode. It's like the best thing that they ever could have done.
You know what? You talking about it makes me want to play it.
So
now.
I wanted to play it from when I saw. I'm not a huge South Park fan, and I played the South Park game that was on Genesis. I thought it was okay. The first person
Was it
shooter,
Genesis
yeah,
one?
not Genesis, Dreamcast.
Okay.
The first person shooter one was actually kind of fun because you could piss on like snowballs and throw them, and you had like the gun that
remember
turned
that
people into
shit.
cows. I mean, it was fun. I
the
can't think of the
cow
name
gun.
of it, but it was fun. But this one looked pretty good. I thought.
Yeah, the
The mutator gun?
Yeah.
oh shit, I was gonna say that. Oh, someone said that it's basically Super Mario RPG built with South Park.
I
And
sincerely doubt
raunchier.
that. I sincerely doubt that.
I bet it's better. I'm tired of Mario.
Well,
It's
no,
a me, Mario.
The RPG
I don't get
wasn't
delayed
bad.
because
He
I never
didn't
get
talk.
I never get to the princess.
He never talked in Mario RPG.
He's always another princess.
Actually, nobody talked.
Yeah,
Mario
well,
RPG.
though, as much as I'm tired, I'm kind of fed up. I'm tired of Mario games because they're all basically the same. I mean,
Not the RPG one.
yeah, maybe not that one, but you know what I take issue with is that the one year they decided to focus on something else, they failed miserably. The year of Luigi was last year,
You know
no,
what?
and it was their worst fiscal year ever, or one of their worst fiscal years ever.
But that's because of the Wii U.
Yeah, I blame the
because-
Wii U.
Yeah, but if you had a Metroid game and you had a new Mario game and you had a new Zelda game,
They didn't have a Metroid game.
they didn't. But if they had those
Oh.
three, released those last year, I
Oh,
mean,
they
they
probably
just keep
would've done it.
because the fanboys keep buying that stuff.
I'm
they,
one of
uh,
them.
they
I'm
did
not-
I know you are.
I would
It's
I would
nice
buy
of
a
you.
Wii U for the Metroid game.
And it's nice that
They
you
did.
admit it.
Yeah.
The Wii U was nice.
3DS, the 3DS did pretty good, and they released
Yeah, they did.
Luigi's Mansion 2 on it.
The 3DS. I mean,
And-
their handheld market sells well.
Actually, they did have a new Link game. It was for the DS. It just
Yeah,
wasn't
No, but I'm
3DS.
talking about like as a
Oh,
main,
for the
as
Wii
a-
U.
yeah, for the Wii U.
But it actually made a lot of money.
it doesn't matter. It was still one of the worst fiscal years ever.
I'm just saying, John. Can you not?
It's because
Stop
they
picking on people?
have faith too much in Mario and Donkey Kong.
They're-
From what I've heard about the new Donkey Kong game, the Tropical Freeze,
Mm-hmm.
everyone loves it, but the best thing I've heard about it is that the soundtrack is the best thing in the game, because they got
Wow.
the guy that did the...
That's kind of
did-
sad.
What? I don't know what you're doing.
Is he playing with the stick of truth again?
It sounds like that. It's,
They got the guy that did the music for like Banjo-Kazooie.
oh,
Oh,
jeez.
well, Jesus
there we go.
Christ.
What?
Did Tallyn just come a little bit?
Little
The
bit.
original Donkey Kong Country.
That was a great game.
Like
It was
The
it.
Super
It was
Nintendo?
all right. I didn't really care for it.
I liked it.
I played it a
the
little
Rare
bit.
guy. The guy. Shut up. The guy that worked for Rare. The
He's
guy
actually
that worked
nice
for
with
Rare
those
did
two.
the music for like all those like Rare games, like the Rare Nintendo games. And
Yeah.
Banjo and
I just find it odd that they cannot
and
create.
GoldenEye. He did the music for GoldenEye too.
Well,
I find it odd that Nintendo. Sorry, go ahead, Tallyn.
to be fair, when it comes to GoldenEye, a lot of the songs were already written.
Yeah, from the James Bond movies.
Yeah.
I find it odd that Nintendo, for all their creativity, has so much trouble establishing a new IP.
They're supposed to be making a new IP, but who knows if that's going to.
And where's Bayonetta 2? Wasn't that supposed to be?
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
It was supposed to come out, and then
It didn't come out?
It was supposed to come out for the Wii U. No, it was supposed to come out in general. Then they said it was going to be a Wii U exclusive. Then they came out and said they weren't making it anymore. Then they said, "Oh, we're making it. It's coming out again," and it's coming out. And they never said when.
Don't make it an exclusive. I'll buy it somewhere else. If
No, it's an exclusive. It has to be an exclusive. Because Nintendo's the only one that's paying for Bayonetta 2.
Yeah, Bayonetta 2 was not. Bayonetta was not a bad game. It was just.
I liked it.
It was better than that Demon Hunter one I played with all the bad Spanish.
Oh, you mean Devil May Cry 2?
That wasn't a Platinum game, was it?
Was that Diablo 3?
Oh, you're talking... Okay, I know what you're talking about
No,
now.
what was it called?
I don't know what it was called. You let me play it. You know what? It wasn't bad.
Shadows of the Damned. That was the game.
That wasn't
Was
bad.
that a Platinum game?
That game was hideous. I don't know what it
wasn't
was.
a Platinum game. I doubt it made that much
Platinum's the
money.
one that makes Bayonetta and Vanquish.
Oh, I
and-
thought you meant like Greatest Hits
Yeah,
Platinum. I'm
Shadow.
sorry.
Okay, I was
So-
not finished.
No, Bayonetta was much better than that. Bayonetta basically
I
played
like
just.
Bayonetta.
Yeah, it just
I really
basically
Bayonetta
played.
was a different, like I said, it was Platinum. They also did Metal Gear Rising, which is fucking awesome.
It was
If you
good.
want to be a man, if you want to feel like a man, you play that game. That is
Bayonetta?
the manliest game. That is manly anime of a video game.
But
Damn straight, Bayonetta's a
Bayon-
hot piece of ass.
Bayonetta was done well enough.
It's doing so well, too.
Bayonetta was done well enough that they said flat out. I mean, they didn't say it, but you played Bayonetta, and I told Art, I'm like, so basically they played, a few of the Devil May Cry games and said, I got an idea. Let's just change it to a chick.
Yes. And that's exactly what they
This is
did.
basically what they did.
And I'm happy they did.
And they did a great
And
job.
that's
They
why
did
we
a
have
fabulous
DMC.
job.
Yeah, it was a good job. It was a good game.
All chicks.
But so nothing for the
You're
Wii
talking
U.
about DMC remake, right?
I'm talking about the ones before
Oh,
that.
the DMC remake was great.
Really?
I liked it.
didn't like it. I thought they kind of emoted a bit. He wasn't Dante anymore. It was like emo, screamo, like.
Well,
blood.
not too emo, but I get what you're trying to say. They did kind of make him a little emo, but they didn't go hardcore on it.
But was that a series? Was that a game series that really needed to be rebooted?
No.
No. They changed it too much, in my opinion, but it was still good. I still like the story, though. It wasn't bad.
I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just
Oh,
saying
it was good.
I didn't like that version of Dante at all.
You know what they try to do? They try to do it like they did in Part 4, where you played as the dude, the guy with the hand that looked like Dante. I forgot his name. Nero, yeah. They tried to make it like him, like almost like him playing it.
I wish Japanese game makers would get their names straight. If you're going to make a game, Nero was like a Greek god kind of thing.
Was he? I
Well,
don't even
no,
know.
they were all.
Oh, no,
like,
Nero was the ruler of Rome. I'm sorry. He was a Roman ruler.
Yeah, Dante and Virgil are just.
But they're all...
No, the fourth one is supposed to have like Roman people in it.
I don't think I played I didn't play the fourth one.
Like they all have like Roman names or something like
I think I
that.
played the first and second. I don't think I made it past those
First
two.
is hard. I tried to play it
Yeah,
again. The
yeah,
button
it-
layout. You can't even change the button layout.
No, it's
and it's
hard.
hard.
It's hard.
Part 2, don't even bother. 3 is
Played
just.
all right. Two played all right.
The original 3 was hard as hell. I had to stop. I cried because it was just that hard. Like seriously, and it made me feel like a shitty gamer because I was like, I can't believe I can't beat this game. I really did. And then they said like, oh, we came out with the special edition. They toned it down a little bit. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like in the original, you bought a star, it got more expensive.
Okay.
You bought it again, it like doubled in price. So every time you bought it, it got more expensive to buy, and it's not like you can get money easily.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, I didn't make it too far. The Grim Reaper kept killing me. Literally, the Grim Reaper.
Is that one of those where, like, in order to actually win, you have to, like, grind it out?
I don't even know if you could have grind out,
Billions
honestly.
of dollars.
Yeah, I don't even know if
No,
you
because
could
it's not like an RPG setup though.
No.
It's not like it. Not like
Where the price increases.
Oh,
inflation. Inflation.
You can go back
yeah.
to areas and grind monsters. I'm pretty sure.
No, I don't even know if you could have done that.
I don't know.
You lose too much life, and it was just crazy, I'm telling you.
So back to games that came out in the last 2 years.
Whatever, dude.
I had some time Saturday night, and I thought I'm going to play something. I sat down on my PC,
Did you get
loaded
a
up
bottle of
Bioshock Infinite,
It'd be great if you had a bottle
looked at the
of wine
title
too.
screen, and thought, no, and went to exit to Windows
And then played Civ 5.
and played Civ 5.
Good choice.
Yeah, It just doesn't work. I'm sorry. It looks beautiful. It plays good. It's just
like one of the greatest game. The characters, this and that. I'm like, really?
Maybe because there was no Fallout or Elder Scrolls game out that year. I don't know.
Oh, Talyn, are you looking forward to Elder Scrolls Online? Talyn?
Was that?
Are you looking forward to Elder Scrolls Online?
No, he's not.
I don't know.
He's for such a young guy. He's very bitter about the industry already, isn't he?
I know.
I got really bitter after Halo 4.
What happened, dude?
Halo 4 happened.
Did you get? Did somebody break your heart?
Halo.
Halo? Was it Halo?
You know what you need to accept into your life? Metal Gear.
What's up?
Let me tell you about a guy named Snake. He slithers into your mind and stays there.
You need to accept.
He lays an egg and then shanks you in the middle of the night, but not with a knife, with his tongue.
So, anyways, yeah, I decided not to play Bioshock Infinite.
Sorry. What?
I decided not to play Bioshock Infinite.
We're talking about Talyn getting raped by.
Yeah, I know.
Metal Gear
I
Solid.
figured we'd change that.
No, but it's a good. It's a good rape. It's a good rape.
It's not raped if I let him into me.
Yeah, if he opens his door, it's
But
technically
if
not rape.
That's true.
I read the law.
Be graced with the power of big
You know,
balls.
until this second,
First,
until
you must
this.
start with Metal Gear Solid 3, and move on to Peace Walker.
Which one was Peace Walker?
You know what? Until this,
Oh, Peace
until this
Walker,
point in the podcast, I actually had no editing to do.
What do we have to edit?
I don't know. I might cut the whole rape conversation out. I don't know
It
yet.
wasn't. No, it was Metal Gear Solid raping, and it wasn't a rape like physical. It was mind raping, which was
man.
worse, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. Did you
Yeah.
play anything else?
You might have
No.
to put a.
Oh, I played it.
I played. I tried to get back into Lost Odyssey.
Yeah,
It wasn't bad.
Before the stick of truth.
that's true.
Yeah,
Dave,
you
Dave,
might
what
have
else did you play?
Oh, I played everything.
You nasty dude.
I did finish Peace Walker, Metal Gear Peace Walker, because I had to finish that so I could get ready for
Metal Gear
Ground Zeroes.
Ground
that come-
Zero.
Does
Rose.
it even have anything to do with that one?
Yeah.
Does it
Are you
really?
serious? Yeah, it's in between Ground Zeroes and 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, note to
It's
self.
really it's basically
I heard that.
Peace Walker uses the Monster Hunter engine,
Uh-huh.
and you can play co-op, but you can also play just by yourself. I thought it was really fun. Yeah, it's like
Don't lose this.
yeah, they're gonna implement a lot of the Peace Walker stuff into Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain.
Oh, just a story, right? I'm sure you'll get a backstory in it either way.
No, like the much the concept. Like in Peace Walker, you can
Are you gonna explain why his voice changes?
well because it's a different in Metal Gear Solid 4 it was a different voice
He
actor.
got kicked really hard, and well, let's just say he's never been the same after that.
Well, the thing is that Solid Snake is a half clone of him because his
No, I know.
it's very complicated. It's extremely. Helen looks at me. I'll have to explain it at a completely different time.
I looked at him, and then, like, with one eyebrow slightly raised, I opened my mouth, and he was just like, it's extremely complicated.
No, it's not, dude. He was cloned. That's it. Solid Snake is just a clone.
Well,
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
3 clones of Big Boss. And they were
Yeah,
all
Solidus, Liquid, and Solid. Yes, I know.
Yeah, no, we're yeah.
We've been there. Okay, we don't
And,
need your excuses.
and Raiden.
And this is
Right?
it's
It's not-
in
not
Ground
a
Zeroes
clone.
and Phantom Pain is basically leading up to the point when Big Boss becomes the bad guy at the first Metal Gear.
Oh, is that what this is?
So it's a prequel.
Well,
yeah, it's a prequel.
It's all
It's
prequels
in
then for a while.
between
Almost.
3.
It's all about
and-
prequels these days.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Well,
it is about
yeah, some prequels are pretty good though. Think about Halo Reach.
because nobody knows.
I
What
really
happens?
liked Halo Reach. I've heard of a few people that didn't like Halo Reach.
that's like the
and
best.
they-
That's like the best one in my opinion.
Yeah, they felt that the jetpack ruined it.
I was not a fan of it, but I wouldn't say it ruined
It
it.
didn't ruin it. No, I thought it was fine. It wasn't like a game changer. Like, oh my god, he's got a rocket pack. What do we do, guys?
No, there
shoot
were
him in
pe-
the air, dummy.
No, there were people that were way worse at that game than me, but because they could fly,
They felt like God for a brief moment. Like, ah.
and it was limited. I mean, you couldn't use it indefinitely.
I was impressed when
but-
Talon could snipe midair like that.
Yeah, that's true.
The thing that they didn't, like, the people that I talked with, they were like, oh, jetpacks ruined it. The thing they didn't quite understand was that if you jetpack in the air, you have no cover.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, no
Do
kidding.
not move fast enough to dodge anything.
But you know what? It's
Yeah,
not the
it's
first
pretty
game to
easy
do
to
it. It wasn't the
find.
first-person shooter to do it anyway. Tribes did it years ago. You had jetpacks
it's
and
just-
stuff. I
People
mean,
just like to be cynical hipsters and all that. It's
they
just,
they act like they want to act like they know video games, but they don't know anything that didn't come out like the year before they decided to like them.
yeah.
Do you
the
play
thing-
video games? Yeah, I play on
These-
Facebook.
Dude,
all the time.
I got video games, dude.
should
I got
say that
Madden
these
and I
also
got
keep-
Call of Duty.
Oh,
Well, Call of Duty-
that's
give them
actually what
Call
I was
of
saying.
Duty,
Like,
but not
these are
Madden.
also people that enjoy the Call of Duty title.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy that.
Paul
the
was
same
here.
people who there was a lot of hate for Titanfall when it came out because a lot of people were just like, "Just play Call of Duty." It's better.
No, it's gonna be different.
Like Call
Titanfall's
of Duty
way
was-
better.
Didn't like
I don't know
Titanfall.
about that, but it's just
Some
different. It's a different type of game, first-person shooter. It's
It
not just a
is
first-person shooter.
different,
Yeah.
but gameplay-wise and
Well,
fun-wise
I haven't
and
played
balance-wise,
Has anybody
Titanfall's
played
way
Ghost?
better.
Yeah, has anybody?
No.
I'm gonna buy it. 'cause
Oh my
it's
God,
$40
so
right
we're
now.
s-
I heard
so-
it's worth one.
So we're sitting here and we're recording the beer podcast, and I haven't even posted it because I just don't want to. And me and Mikey are sitting here, and Paul's here telling us how great Call of Duty, the latest one, is. And I found out he's telling me the single player is great. I'm like, it's a Call of Duty game.
You don't play it for the single player.
Yeah,
Didn't they literally ripped scenes from Modern Warfare 2?
he will not play. He doesn't play the multiplayer. I don't think.
How do you? Why would you?
Why would you buy it?
You know what? I didn't even play the last one in the multiplayer. No, Call of Duty. No, Modern Warfare 4. I was literally about to play the single player, and then somebody's like, "Let's play multiplayer." I'm like, "All right, cool. That'll get me started." Never went back to the first.
I played Modern
ever.
Combat 1's multiplayer or single player, and that was it.
I don't even think I've ever played a single player campaign, like maybe 2 games already.
Yeah, he's like a horrible hipster kind of gamer. But the sad thing is he's been gaming since the early '90s. He had a 3DO. He had all the stuff when it was coming out. PlayStation 1 imported. He had a chip so he could play imports. He had documents of like, oh, when they're saying this on the screen in Japanese, it's this in English. I mean, he has been, and he's like, oh,
He's lost
Call of
it,
Duty's
John.
really good. It's like
He's
you're-
lost
nah,
it. He's
is.
lost it.
I bet Medal of Honor was really good too.
I've been playing games since the mid '90s. Does that count?
Yeah, that's about the same time.
I've been
yeah.
playing games since '87.
Yeah, you
80
do have me beat on that.
83.
I think the most
About 83.
recent Call of Duty game that I played
Was Ghosts. You played Ghosts.
No, in the campaign.
Call of Duty 2.
Black Ops.
Yeah, Black Ops.
Black Ops
Oh,
was a good
Black
one.
Ops had a good campaign.
They did.
Yeah,
I
they did.
played through
One,
the
I
first
think
mission.
2 did too. Wait,
And
did
then
I play
was
2?
playing through the second mission,
I think I played 2.
and then for some reason I just stopped in the middle of the battle, and I just did a little slow look around and just looked around the battlefield.
I saw nothing but dude
Just,
bros wearing football
just-
jerseys.
It was just nothing but explosions and bullets flying everywhere, and it was just action, action, action. And I was just like, what am I even doing here?
Like me in Bioshock Infinite.
Why do I have to kill
You
that
had
guy? in
like
front
midlife
of me?
crisis during Call of Duty,
Right. And so I was just like, I'm not
You went-
even playing this to have fun.
and then he went out and bought a nice sports car.
No, he bought a motorcycle.
I realized that I wasn't having any fun, and so I just ejected the game and played something else.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sounds like me with Bioshock Infinite this weekend. I mean,
Yeah.
oh,
You
know
didn't
what?
even get to the
I didn't even load it.
level. You just literally turned it on. You're
I'm
like,
like, oh, it's gonna load up. I'm on that beach, and then we
play it.
gotta shift dimensions, and then you know what? Forget it. I don't have
He's
it in
playing
me.
Bioshock 1.
Bioshock 1 is great.
that is worth playing again.
Oh,
Welcome to
Even
the
2.
Circus of Value.
He can't stand that. He hates that.
My favorite.
but it's done
is,
to be campy
Hello,
like that.
senor.
yeah, it's good too. But the thing is, you never played it before, right, Tallyn? Until now?
Nope.
Don't
Okay.
say anything.
No, I won't. But now compare the atmosphere and the world around you in that game to
absolutely.
Infinite.
Because it's the same thing as what we were talking about last podcast. Like in Infinite, it's just this beautiful fucking city with all these beautiful clouds, and it's just so.
I don't
pretty.
feel
It just
threatened.
feels so serene and peaceful.
And somehow there's
But
a fucking
under
beach
fucking
in the
ocean
air.
where shit is crawling through the ceiling above you, and
Water's leaking in.
You hear things scraping against the walls, and people are like. It's like a totally different atmosphere, and it's way more creepier and way more fun.
You know what
I
scared me?
agree.
That the Houdini spicers.
Yes.
They scared the crap
The
out of me.
splicers. Yeah. The Houdini ones are
Yeah,
great.
the Houdini one scared the shit out of me.
It was just...
The teleport?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like you turn around, they're right in front of you, and then they run away, disappear. I'm like, what the hell? Like, that was awesome.
From the minute you get into that diving bell, and the minute you get down and you hear them running around and you see the lights flashing and stuff,
No.
nothing, the flickering lights, you're like, this game, it's already a 9. You don't even need to play it. You're like, this is probably a 9.
Mhm.
Easy. And yeah.
There've been only a few games that got me in the intro right away.
Yeah.
That was one of them.
Oh yeah, it made you want to keep playing it.
Yeah. Do you know which other one? Soul Reaver, Part 1.
I'm not gonna lie, the Bioshock predecessor, System Shock 2, was one like that too for me.
Yeah, you always keep mentioning that. I always want to play that.
You can buy it now.
I have that.
I know.
Yeah, it's a good game. The
I never got
inventory.
around to playing it that much, though.
The inventory system is really clunky though.
Yeah.
You have to
it's
make the
old
stuff, and you have to it doesn't pause while you're in the inventory system. And I remember one night I was playing it, I had the lights off, and this is when I was in high school. So I was at my mom's house, and I had the lights off in the room, and I was playing the game, and the sound, it won awards for its sound. Like, it sounded like shit was behind you. And I heard
So
this
that's surround sound is what you're saying?
Yeah, but you didn't really have surround sound on computers yet. But it
But
mimicked
made
it. It
seem
was
like
really
that.
good,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm playing it, and I'm in this little closet, like a broom closet, to like sort through my inventory and load up a weapon and clean my gun and whatever. Because I think they wore out after a while. You had to fix them. And I heard this like moaning sound, and I'm like, oh, fuck, one of those things. And I turn around, and I don't see a zombie thing or whatever they were. They were crew members that were taking over. And I'm like, I don't see anything. I'm like, okay, fine. I hear it again. I turn around again. I'm like, the door's shut. I don't see a fucking thing. I turn around again, go back into the inventory. I hear it again. I turn around, and a pipe comes swinging at me from the thing. It's there now, and just clunks my character, and the screen turns red for a second. I'm like, holy shit! Like, motherfucker! That's what Bioshock does.
They got you.
That's
Power
what
to-
Bioshock, that's what Dead Space does.
Power to the people, John.
Dead Space, right before that game was made, EA renewed the trademark for System Shock. Speculation is that the Dead Space series was supposed to be a System Shock reboot.
Oh, Dead Space was great. I
But
played it again.
but
I
the
got
problem
so that
was,
scared.
EA owns the rights to naming of System Shock. A bank bought the assets of a company that went under that the guy from Bioshock worked for, and they own the rights to making the game.
Oh, so they can't make the game.
So
They can
EA
just-
can't actually make the game and name it System Shock. You can't. So even though they have the name trademark, they couldn't do it. So speculation is they just named it something different.
I wanna
Because
call
Dead
it-
Space is very similar.
Why do they call it System Spark?
Like System Shock 1 and 2, Dead Space is a really similar gameplay
System
experience.
Surge.
Still, though. But, anyways, I've played something different. A lot of people on my Facebook page were talking about Guns of Icarus.
I've heard of that.
And I'm like, Guns of Icarus, what is this? And he's like, I want to be a tail gunner. That's all I want to do. Does it pay well? I'm like, fuck. If you want an online multiplayer game that just has you shooting at shit and not having to really do much else other than repair your gun if it gets damaged, Guns of Icarus online, it's not super expensive. I don't even know. Yeah, it's not super expensive. It's on PC. Basically, you're on these giant airships that are like dirigibles, and you're like fighting other ones.
It's basically like Sky Pirates. or
Yeah,
something.
so you could be like a captain and captain the ship and try to evade whatever. You could be an engineer, run around fixing the ship, or you could be a gunner. And if you're a gunner, that's some fun shit because you're just shooting the shit out of stuff. And I'll tell you something, you just jump in and play. It's fun. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. It looked good too, graphically. It had like an alternative like 1920s look or 30s look, kind of like, you know what it reminded me of? What was a game on
Crimson Skies?
Yes, I was going to say Red Skies, but Crimson Skies. It reminded me of
I
that. It
remember
had
that
that
one.
feel.
I remember that game.
So yeah, Guns of Icarus, man, it's a good time. I enjoyed playing that.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was a good one. And then I played, I don't know why, but I played Card City Nights. You live in a town where everybody plays card games.
Okay.
And some of the card characters are like mimicking real life other ones that exist. And I guess it was kind of fun. I think I just played it because I wanted something easy, like to play. Mm-hmm. It wasn't too bad, but yeah, it wasn't as good as Guns of Icarus. So that was a fun one. There's also a mech game that came out for PC called Hawken.
Hawken?
Yeah.
That's been out, hasn't it?
Yeah, it came out. It came out more recently though. Like, when you heard about Titanfall, suddenly you started hearing about this.
Well, I guess because they similar things.
It's been in beta for a while.
Yeah, it's an early access game. I have it. I haven't played it yet. Graphically, the images and the video I've seen look pretty good. I mean,
I always wanted to get into Armor Core.
Isn't it like it's like a toned down mech warrior from what I've heard is Hawken.
yeah. I mean, it doesn't look bad.
I wonder if they keep making
And
this.
I really liked Mech Warrior. The last couple of them I thought were pretty. Vengeance, I think, was the one.
Armored Core, yeah,
Yeah, I was thinking. I remember playing it years ago, and it wasn't bad, but man, it was hard.
They still make it. They had a new one, I think Verdict Day or something like that.
Huh. I wonder if it got any better from when I played it before.
And it got pretty intense, I think. I don't know.
Did
Yeah.
it?
So since my beta ran out for Titanfall, I'll play Hawken and let you guys know how it is.
One game that Dave and I started getting back into was GTA 5.
Yeah.
You played that before? I didn't even.
I don't think I played 5. 5 was the latest one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 is
Yeah,
we
I haven't
had-
played it. I haven't played it yet.
How come you never talked
Guys,
about
you
it?
guys should just fucking get it, and then we could all 4 play.
Yeah,
No,
it's
that's
worth it. It'd be worth it. It'd be completely worth
No,
it.
I know. I saw my cousin play it. Honestly, I really don't care to play it.
No, if you play with friends, it's fun. It's really fun.
Yeah, I know. I heard
Well,
we
can you play
do
can you
bank
play
heists and stuff.
Yeah, but you could play the single player game that way.
Yeah.
Well, there's 3 characters, so.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, no, you can't.
Oh, because that would be cool.
Would it?
Yeah, I think so.
I guess it would. Maybe. I'll get when it gets dirt cheap.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for.
$20 is my limit. $20 is where I'd be like, you know
Well,
what?
I mean, you know
guess I'll
what
buy
though? Right now on Steam, there's a Rockstar. It's Rockstar Games Weekend. Do they have it?
No, it's
No,
not on PC.
3, 4. They said it was supposed to be coming out on PC in a year, and that was about 6 months ago.
Oh God, really? It's not even on PC yet? I'm shocked.
No. I highly doubt that. They might even just be. They're not really rushing to. They sold a lot. They sold.
They're like, we're
a
done,
lot.
dude. We've completely beat
No,
our own
they'll
projections.
bring it out on PC.
Oh, I'm
it,
sure.
it took a year or two before 4 hit PC.
But they're not rushing, is what I'm saying.
No, and it's probably for the best.
No,
Let them port it over the proper way too. You know.
They don't want to mess it up like they did their online in the
There's a
beginning.
lot for British.
It could be. But
Players were deleted. That was hilarious. The online, the multiplayer.
Oh, and along the indie game lines, because I know Tallyn loves hearing about indie games because he's a big supporter of a lot of them. Have you seen the game Have you seen the game Receiver?
No.
It was made as like some. It had something. What was it? There was some competition to make something really quick, like make it the best game you can in like so many hours.
There's a few different competitions like that.
Okay, well, this is one of those competitions. And basically, this guy made this game where it's basically like it showcases like how a gun goes together or something. Well, it got changed into this game called Receiver, where you have to run around this abandoned complex and find cassette tapes to tell you what's going on. It is extremely fucking hard because first off, you have to reload the gun properly. Like you have to eject the cartridge, you have to cock it back. Like it does all these different things,
Yeah.
and you get killed very easily. There's like different computer drones and stuff trying to kill you. It's pretty cheap. I mean, it was worth checking out. It was kind of neat the way it worked, but man, it's kind of hard.
Pain in the ass, huh?
Yeah.
Sounds interesting.
What did it win? It won something.
I'm just waiting for Final Fantasy X2 HD Edition.
Oh, please don't.
Yes, Tuesday.
That's where I'm getting Metal Gear Ground Zeroes.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that as soon as my income tax check comes in, and I'm gonna get the PS4.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like that's why I had the Xbox One, so I can play that specifically.
It's a shame we can't play games together on separate systems like that. Just a damn shame.
Yeah,
Well, it wouldn't be multiplayer anyways.
No, I know, but still, I could chat with you.
Yeah.
there you go. Receive. Sorry, go ahead.
Here's the thing about that is that people, like we were talking about last time, how like that's kind of like you think like it's $30 for
Oh, the regular, the old generation, the new generation.
it's they lowered the price now for the next gen. It's $30 just like the old gen.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, then even better.
And people were like talking, like saying that's shitty. Don't go buy that game. Here's the thing: imagine a world where, in some alternate, distant, impossible universe, where the Star Wars prequels were good.
In a different multiple dimension.
That's really hard to imagine.
Yeah.
You're talking about in a galaxy far, far away.
And imagine if
You're talking definite science fiction.
people.
Yeah.
Imagine if George Locust.
George Lopez.
George
So imagine if George Lopez created.
Lopez.
George Lopez did Star Wars? Huh.
Imagine if George Lucas released a 30-minute movie for $30 that takes place in between those prequels and the original.
Well, first off, people went to paid full price, mind you, just to see 5 minutes worth of the trailer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, people would.
so screw you if
people
we're
would
paying
buy
$30
the
for
shit
this
out of
game.
that.
Yeah.
And this is the thing about Ground Zero. So this is a game for fans of Metal Gear.
Dude, you know there's a wood table that's finished real nice under there that you're picking at with that.
It's smooth under here.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel it.
Just don't do that.
All right.
Yeah, so.
Well, it's like when they did. That's like when they did the Grand Theft Auto, or not Grand Theft Auto, Gran Turismo, like fucking prologue or whatever the hell it was, and they were like, "Oh, it's $35."
Prologue?
Yeah, it was like it had like 4 tracks or something, and some of the cars. Oh, this is a taste of what the real game's gonna have.
And with new paint. Ah.
It's just to settle down the fans, is what it really is.
It's asininely stupid, and people that fall for it are, yeah.
I'm buying it.
Yeah, we're buying it.
Yeah, Yeah, but Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes is going to have part of the plot in it. When you're talking about like Gran Turismo Prologue,
It has no plot. It's just a game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you're right.
You're right about that.
yeah, there's a difference.
So we can't. We're not in that same.
And
boat.
realistically, if you get say $30, if you get 4 hours of gameplay out of it, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be
You know-
actually, with the side missions and stuff like you said.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah,
We're
we-
talking about like a driving game. That should be a fucking demo then. At that point, you're releasing.
Yeah.
It could be like a $10 game. It could come with a PlayStation 3. Did it come with a PlayStation 3?
No.
Ooh.
Maybe. I don't think it did.
Did it give you a picture of the PlayStation 3?
Like, if
The
it was
worst
like
part- the worst-
If it was like a Wii Sports kind of thing, and it just came with the PlayStation 3 on
Yeah, then it'd be worth it.
Yeah.
But the biggest problem is that they were telling us all about all the stuff Gran Turismo 3 or 4. What was the last one on PS3?
Was it 6?
I think it was 5. Wasn't it?
5. I think it was 5.
I think it was 5.
But like the amount of time we had to wait for that game to come out,
Oh, it took a long
it
time.
was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And at that point, Forza was already better, and still kind of is. But so then you waited all that time, and then they're like, "Here, we want to charge you $20 or $30, whatever it was, for this." And then it was still like a year wait before the fucking game came out, because everyone complained about how it played.
There's not. I want a good driving game, but I don't know anymore, man.
GTA 5.
That's not a driving game.
It's called Grand Theft Auto. Silly.
Yeah, and it's not. The funny thing.
Need for Speed. I wish they would make a game. You ever see Smokey and the Bandit?
Yes.
You guys are from Texas, I'm sure you did.
They have landmarks there that said Smokey and the Bandit
Okay,
filmed here.
in Smokey and the Bandit, the object is to go from Atlanta to Texas, to Texarkana, pick up Coors beer, and drive it back to Atlanta as fast as you can without getting caught. Why can't they make a game that's just based on a guy, like the Bandit character and his buddy, who do jobs like that? You can get more of them through DLC, just like a mindless, like you said, a racing game. Just a game that you drive. And you avoid,
There's missions kind of like that in Grand Theft Auto.
Would you
I
stop it
mean a
already?
driving game with real physics. Or close to real physics.
And without hose.
There's actually not that many hoes in that game.
That's a disappointment.
Yeah, it actually is. Now I'm disappointed too. I was gonna get it until you said
There
it.
is, however, a strip club that you can go in.
Oh, big deal.
But, I mean, that's what I'm saying, though. Why not just make a game like that? You hear that, indie developers out there? That's what we'd like to play. Yeah, have a selection of cars from the last 40 years, muscle cars,
The
luxury
DeLorean.
cars.
I want the DeLorean for no reason whatsoever. Other
You
than
get,
have it.
have,
But
you know what? Have the 77 Trans Am from the movie as an unlockable.
But not just the DeLorean. I mean the Back to the Future DeLorean with the whole fucking.
Even though it doesn't time travel.
Yeah, even though it doesn't time travel, I just want it the look of it. 'Cause
It looks-
was
it
cool.
looks better that
Yeah.
way.
And then when you reach a certain speed, it all of a sudden becomes the one that hovers. I don't know why. I just want it.
Yeah, I mean, but I would play something like that.
I would too.
Or the Need for Speed The Run came close to what I wanted. I wanted a Cannonball Run game. Need for Speed The Run came close, but it had a plot. I don't want a plot.
I like plot.
I don't want a plot.
I need a good plot.
You know what I want the plot to be? I want the plot to be get across the country faster than the other guys.
Well, then you'd like the other Need for Speed game after that one. That one was just race cars and beat them. That's it. There
What
was
was that
literally no story.
Most Wanted?
I think it's Most Wanted.
No,
Most Wanted.
Run was after Most Wanted, I thought.
Yeah, that is. That's the new one's Rivals right now.
Yeah, but Most Wanted and Rivals, you're in a city.
This was a city too.
Need for Speed The Run, I give them
Oh,
credit.
cross-country?
It was cross country.
I like the ass
I want it to be you have to beat the guy ahead of you and you have to beat the cops.
and beat the chicks. It's a
And,
shame.
and you know what? Maybe pick up chicks at the gas station when you fuel up.
And
Like,
he
the
wasn't picking them up.
Like
but,
the original test drive games.
You get to pick up chicks in the test drive game?
No, but you raced long distance.
That was fun though. Test drive. I wish we could
Oh,
still play
unlimited.
that.
You still could.
I know, but we don't play like we used to.
How many chicks would you pick up?
As many as I could squeeze in the Lamborghini.
Which is
Well,
actually
that
only
way
one.
down the car, wouldn't it?
And
Depends how skinny they are.
And she can't be fat. Yeah, no. If she was fat, no, it ain't gonna happen.
Oh, if she was a nice thick girl with nice curves, I'd only need one.
Not much could happen in there then. Let's be honest. She tries to turn.
You never know.
Her boob gets in the dashboard.
Have you
know.
been in a Lamborghini?
Yeah, have you?
Not recently, no.
Me neither. I can only imagine.
Oh, we were talking about pirates earlier? I also got Assassin's Creed 4.
You know, I've been wanting to play that game. And I'm gonna get that game too. You know what I'm gonna do? There's only one or two games I'm gonna buy, and the rest I'm just gonna go on GameFly. And
How is Assassin's Creed 4?
Oh,
I haven't gotten
it
it,
is better. I think it's the best one, honestly.
Is it?
David has me on his crew.
Yes.
Can you rename your guys, or Talon's literally on
No.
your crew?
When were we
It's
speaking
just
of
a joke.
pirates?
It was a joke. it was like we saw a character that he didn't know who he was going to be on the game, and he was just like, oh, I'm going to pick that guy because there was a guy that when we were recruiting crew members, when you board a ship, like after you can also recruit them after or
I get it. Calm down.
He's standing over these guys kneeling before him of the enemy ship that he has recently destroyed. And his men are pacing around, and strutting their shit fucking in their victory, right? Pointing their little pistols at him with smirks on their face.
I think back then they were called pistolas.
Pistola.
And then David's character makes the decision to allow these men to join his crew. And then one of the guys that's holding the pistola to the face of one of the kneeling men just goes, hey! And then scoops him up and gives him a big ol' hug.
It's awesome.
That's hilarious.
And I was like, that's me.
Yeah, the game's really fun.
Is it more mainly like how Assassin's Creed used to be, or do you do more pirating?
No.
It's all pirating.
Not like any Assassin's Creed I've ever seen.
I think it's all
But that's
pirating.
my point. Is it like mainly more pirating, like more
There
ship based?
is Assassin's Creed stuff in there, but it is like you can mainly just do pirate stuff.
Do
I am
you
down for that, though.
meet the governor's daughter and have to do dancing and stuff?
That would be super sweet, can you?
Cool. That was in Sid Meier's Pirates, which was a pretty good game.
Do you find the Fountain of Youth?
No.
Do you?
That's Pirates of the Caribbean.
Still waiting to hear. That was.
that
wasn't
in-
that
was in
Uncharted
Pirates
also,
too.
wasn't it?
That was in Pirates.
think in Pirates,
Pirates
too.
too. So it's like here's like a little bit of the water of the Fountain of Truth that you drink and you stay younger.
I would actually like to
A vest.
hear
double
news about it.
pistols.
Speaking of Caribbean games like that, I'd still like to hear about another Uncharted.
Did you hear about the whole
I got nothing.
Uncharted story writer leaving?
No. Well, I mean, he finished the trilogy off,
Well, she was
or she. I didn't know
yeah,
what she. I didn't know if she was. I didn't know what
finished
she.
the.
Fact,
Well, they're
fact.
making a new Uncharted.
I figured they were, but I mean, I haven't heard much about anything.
Yeah, there's like they just said Uncharted PS4. That's all the title. That's the only title. That's the only thing we got.
That's the only thing they got on there.
Yeah, and supposedly the head writer for Uncharted left, and there's a lot of speculation that she was pushed out by the Last of Us story writers.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And
I don't see the big draw to that fucking game.
maybe we have
people
to
liked
play
it.
it.
I had people tell me it was the best game that came out in the last 2-3 years. I'm like, really?
I will be the judge of that.
What just pisses me off is like a lot of people are just like, and I'm gonna be getting back into Metal Gear again, but just I'm gonna try to hold back after this. I'm gonna try to hold back. I swear to God. But like people were just like, man, fucking Metal Gear, it's like a movie, and then they go, wow,
And what's wrong with that?
Uncharted. Not Uncharted, fucking Last of Us. It's like a movie. It's so good.
And it was so good.
It's so silly to me.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, hipsters.
Meanwhile, I'm over in the corner playing fucking Cataclysm, fucking just
You know, I'm not gonna lie. You know
I
what
do
game?
one thing.
Out of all the games that came out last year, and I caught shit about this from people already. I think Tomb Raider was like a complete like underrated game.
Oh yeah, I heard it was really fun.
It was fun. It played great. There
I
were
had to
some
get that one, too.
there were some fucked up plot moments, and there were some fucked up things happening on the island. I mean, not to the extent like Far Cry 3 had, or
Cannibalism? Was there cannibalism?
they didn't show it, but it seemed like there might have been. I mean, there was some
Some-
fucked up shit.
Someone was talking about it. I was listening to the Mega 64 people. They were talking about it, and one of the guys was saying that he liked it because like people would be like chasing Laura and talking shit to her, and then she would find a machine gun, and then she would start gunning them down, and then they would yell, "Oh shit! How the fuck did she get a machine gun?" And all that. Like the character interaction was
Yeah,
really cool.
it wasn't bad at all, and it looked good. It played good. It played real similar to the Uncharted games, which was a nice turn of I mean, the original Tomb Raider game, you're pulling and pushing crates and crawling through. This one had the
that would
wolf.
not
This
work today.
this one, the fucking wolves were a motherfucker to kill too. By the way, I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, it was as a prequel goes, like a game showing how she becomes who she is. It was really well done.
Does she have the accent still?
Yeah.
Cool. She actually got better looking. Is that weird?
No, she did. I mean, they changed the model. I think
I heard,
and they won't
yeah.
admit it.
Yeah, they did.
Because in the version coming out for PS4, her whole face is different looking than the one I have.
Really?
The PS4, Xbox One game, they're re-releasing it, charging full price.
What?
And they're like, it's not just a reskinning of it. And if you look at it, people have compared the two game images side by side. It doesn't even look like the same actress was in it.
Wow. She was hot.
Yes, she was. Well, they've all been hot.
Let's be honest, yeah, they are all hot.
But no, I thought out of all the games last year, that's probably... I don't think anything really big came out last year that I was really super enthused about other than that.
Dead Space 3.
Dead Space 3 was good.
I loved it because the co-op mission, your character, if you played the...
By the way, never tell anybody
No.
that you thought Tomb Raider was better than Bioshock Infinite.
Oh, I'm going to tell it to their face. I don't give a shit. But anyway, what I liked about...
you guys still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, what I liked about Dead Space 3 is I always play as Carver, the co-op mission guy, the second player, not Isaac. And he starts to go crazy. He starts to hallucinate. And he starts hearing things. And when my cousin, me, and Joe were like, you didn't hear that message? He goes, no, I didn't hear nothing. My own character's the only one that heard it. So you actually see him going crazy, and Isaac doesn't. It's nice. It's a nice twist. So I'd be picking up like this thing, and it's like a toy nutcracker, a toy soldier. And my cousin's like, what are you looking at? I'm like, dude, it's a toy soldier. This is awesome.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
I will say...
It was good. I just like the fact that they put through all that effort into it.
I want another game to come out that's going to surprise me as much as the one me and Dave always talk about did. Spec Ops: The Line.
Which I'm going to play that one,
When
too,
another
eventually.
game comes out that can do that, what that game did to me...
It ruined my
What did it
childhood.
do to you, John?
And I was an adult.
No, it was just such a surprise. It was such like a pleasing experience that you played through this whole game, and it was...
You enjoyed doing
Yeah,
that.
it was very like...
You enjoyed killing those people, didn't you, John?
No, that sucked when you find that out. Ooh. There's parts of it, but it was just such a well-written game.
Yeah. That was a really underrated game.
Yeah, that was, yeah. Like I said, Tomb Raider was, I mean, not to that caliber, but Tomb Raider was really good.
Kind of like when I went to the dark side.
But I think our time's actually up.
Is it?
We're starting to trail off on stuff to talk about. We talked about all current games. We talked about gaming the whole time.
Shocking. We didn't even talk about the weather once.
We didn't even swear much.
I tried not to.
Yeah.
I also played Strider. Played Strider, the Double Helix game.
Oh, God, how was that?
The new one? There's a new one?
Yeah, the Double Helix one? The Strider? Yes, it was really good.
Was it really?
Basically, it's Metroidvania. It's basic. Just imagine Strider, Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, and
which
Shadow
I'm going to
Complex
download too, by the way.
I'm going to have to check Strider out then.
Oh, so it's not like a remake. It's still a 2D-ish version?
It's a reboot. No,
Okay.
it's 3D. It's 3D, 2D. It's 2.5D.
Oh, okay. That's better.
Like Shadow Complex.
All right. I like that. I might get
I
that.
think one of the first games I saw that was like that was Duke Nukem Manhattan Project.
No.
It was a 2.5D game. It's pretty good. But I think that wraps up episode 6.
Okay.
Oh, if anyone's in Chicago and wants to go to a sci-fi convention, they can see me on a Doctor Who panel at 9 p.m. at the Sci-Fi Convention at the Palmer House Hilton on the 29th of March.
Did you say 9 p.m.?
9 p.m.
Why so late?
I don't know. But how often you get invited to be on a panel?
I have been invited never.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, they usually tell me
One of
you
my
need to leave,
podcast
sir.
mates hooked it up, and me and Nicole and Joanna are all going to be up there.
Was it Joanna that hooked it up?
Yeah, her friend is working at the con. If you're in Chicago, it's not an expensive ticket. It's at the Palmer House Hilton.
Oh, wait, I have to pay?
To get into the convention, yeah. Not to see me.
Oh, okay, cool.
How often do you get...
Unless you want to pay.
How often do you get a chance to be on a panel that's moderated by a DePaul University professor?
Yeah, you got to tell me which professor.
Yeah, I'll show you in a minute. But anyways, so that's been episode 6. Seeks.
Safe.
Six.
Six.
I said it first.
Episode 6.
And we'll catch you sometime soon on the next for episode 7. And I'm John.
I'm hard.
I'm Tallyn.
I'm Satan.
And that has been episode 6 of From
And you
Gamers
can
with Love.
catch me on Match.com, ladies.